Trey, obviously you're trying to learn things from these exhibition games. What do you, just first blush, what do you feel like you learned about this team tonight?
I just think we got to do a much better job rebounding. I think that's the biggest thing. We're going to have a big lineup in at all times. Well, for the most part, you would think we would out-rebound the team. So I think honestly that's the biggest thing. I mean, defensively, we're going to be better. We're going to scout opponents. But just some of the things that we do, especially for the older guys, like we can't continue to get beat on the same action. So I think just some of those things. I think shots are going to fall. I know for the guys that are taking the shots, there's nothing more frustrating as a player to take shots that you make 90% of the time and they just don't fall for whatever reason. But to do that and come to this place, you gotta play good defense. They're well coached. They're the best team.
Some of those one-handers you are usually really high percentage on didn't go for you tonight.
Yeah.
You just view that as like it'll even itself out kind of thing?
Absolutely.
May as well get the misses out of the way now.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a gambler, but I'm thinking I got to shoot more now because I know that the next 100 are going to go in. But no, I just think it's one of those things. It's a shot I hit all the time. It's gotten me to this position, so we've got to take it.
Where are you guys at? Just kind of readjusting to playing with another big man in the spacing. It seemed a little different at times with Clough in there occupying space.
I just think it's one of those things where it's going to get better as we continue to play. Our practices are very much, we play sometimes, but a lot of it's breakdown drills. A lot of it's, certain things where I feel like doing that and being able to transfer it over, like you would think it would automatically transfer over, but it's much more difficult when you're, at Rupp Arena. How many fans are here? It's in the middle of a game. So I just think it's one of those things that's going to get better as time goes on.
What got exposed defensively today that you guys can hammer in on here the next couple days from practice?
I think it's more just like IQ stuff. Like we switch wraps, and so like if they beat us on that one time, they can't beat us again the second time. You know what I mean? So again, we didn't scout. So it's going to be much better, but like some of those things where just as a basketball player, you can't continuously, if a guy posts up and plays bully ball one possession, you can't let him do that again. You know what I mean? You have to adjust. So I think as a defender, that's what you kind of have to do. We got to get better on that area.
In a game where you guys shoot a lot worse than they did, they're going to have more defensive rebound opportunities. So in some ways, the rebounding should go in their way tonight. But where did you feel there were still shortcomings from a rebounding standpoint?
From a rebounding, honestly, it's very difficult without seeing the film. That said, like when I'm looking at it, like you said, I missed a bunch of those one-handed kind of touch shots. And so, like, when that happens, that takes me out of position to do that because I'm the guy shooting. So, like, if we get other people that are shooting the ball, you would hope that they would get a little bit. Obviously, hope the ball goes in so you don't have to worry about rebounding. But, so I think it's one of those things more than anything, and just a mentality of trying to rebound.
What do you see as the biggest challenges